and I am honored to serve as the current chair for the Duluth Area Chamber of Commerce's Board of Directors. Let's Do Lunch, even in this new time, continues to be the marquee networking and educational lunch event offered in our area. I want to take a brief moment to thank David Ross and his incredible team for continuing to host such a vital event even during a crisis. It is really inspiring to gather together even today. We are so very fortunate to have today's event sponsored by Minnesota Power and ALLETE Company. Representing ALLETE today is Nicole Johnson. Nicole Johnson joined ALLETE in 1996 as an intern, has worked in all areas of human resources over her 20+ years with the company. She moved into a supervisory role in 2005, accepted additional responsibilities as a manager in 2010, and further broadened her role to a more strategic level in 2012. She was promoted to a director in 2014 and to VP of HR in 2016. That's such a steep ascent that I'm almost dizzy. That's incredible. Nicole serves on a number of boards, including the UMD Chancellor's Advisory Council, the UMD Leibovitz School of Business and Economics Dean's Business Advisory Council, and participates in industry HR association groups including EEI and NCEA. Nicole is also a board member for the Duluth Area Chamber of Commerce, where I'm always humbled and honored by her level of intelligence, vision, and leadership. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole holds a bachelor's degree from UMD and lives in Duluth with her husband and 2 daughters. Please join me in welcoming today's sponsor, an incredible leader for our community, Nicole Johnson.
Great, and thank you, Matt. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending this virtual event. As Matt says, I'm Nicole Johnson, ALLETE Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer. I'll be giving you a quick description of how ALLETE is responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. Our COVID-19 response is grounded in principles, the top priority being the safety of our employees, our families, our communities, and our customers, all while we continue to deliver safe and reliable essential energy and water services. And we know that our customers and our communities are relying on us now more than ever. All of ALLETE's businesses play important roles in providing these services. So we've had a pandemic response plan to protect our essential workers and those on the front lines. We moved swiftly and thoughtfully to implement our plan before COVID-19 arrived in our region. And we shifted priorities to focus on essential services and changed how and where we work to reduce the risk of transmission. Line workers and others who are primarily in the field and on-site continue to do their job with new work practices while following social distancing and safety protocols. These essential workers are really our heroes who are keeping the power on for our hospitals, for our businesses, and our residents. A playbook guides our actions using a phased approach for all things, whether it be interactions with customers or the return of our workforce back to the headquarters. Right now, we have a small group of volunteers working in our downtown headquarters to test our safety protocols so we can make adjustments before we bring back others back into the workplace. Our pandemic steering committee monitors the spread of the COVID-19 and the effects on our healthcare systems and our teams. And at this time, we do not have a date identified to bring more workers in the office, as we have not a pressing business need. And we all know we're now very functional and proficient in virtual teleconferences. We also move quickly to support our customers and our communities by suspending service disconnections and late payment fees to our residential and small business customers, providing immediate rate relief. We also requested a resolution for our recent rate request to the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission, and happy to have a reduced interim rate and refunds to customers. As we move forward through this challenging pandemic, I can share that having a response plan is a very valuable tool. While COVID certainly forced some changes to the plan, we had a high-level framework in place to guide our decisions and always maintained safety being our foundational principle. I wish you all well. Thank you for joining this event today. Please stay safe and take care. David?
Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. And what a pleasure it has been to work with you on our board of directors. It was 1 year ago in August of 2019 when I asked Bethany to, pardon me, hello everyone. Great to see you and to be seen. It was 1 year ago when I approached in August of 2019 when I asked Bethany Owen if she would be kind enough to participate in this year's Let's Do Lunch Duluth series. And she graciously agreed to do it. And I am so glad that she did, because it has been a delight to get to know her and to have conversations with her in preparation for today. She is an ideal example of how an individual who is kind and thoughtful and humble can still reach the top. Of course, it helps when you possess an impressive education. She earned her undergraduate degree from Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, and a law degree from the University of Minnesota. Additionally, it helps if you have a remarkable work experience and experience navigating the rough and tumble halls of the U.S. Senate in Washington, D.C. She spent 4 years providing legal counsel to the United States Senate Committee on Rules and Administration, and specifically worked with Senator Richard Lugar of Indiana. Bethany also gained valuable work experience, spending 10 years in legal counsel to various public and private ventures in the telecommunications and food industries. And then in 2002, she had the insight and the great decision to come to our beloved city, our Zenith city, wherein shortly thereafter, she began her tenure at Minnesota Power ALLETE. It was 2002 she began there in the legal services department. And for the past 18 years, decision makers at ALLETE have seen and witnessed her values-based leadership, her approachability, and her intellect, and her ability to make strong decisions during very difficult times. And earlier this year, her rise within Minnesota Power culminated with her being selected as the president of ALLETE. And so the leadership team there is so fortunate to have her leading them through this transformational time. And we are so very fortunate today to have her with us as we gather to learn more about ALLETE. And so my brothers and sisters in commerce, please join me in giving a virtual round of applause to our neighbor and to our friend, Bethany Owen.
Wow, thank you, Dave, for the incredibly warm welcome and the way too kind words. I'm really honored to be here with you virtually today and really appreciate the invitation to share ALLETE's sustainability and action story with you all. Thank you also to Matt and the Chamber Board, and to Chris and to everyone on the Chamber staff who is making these opportunities possible even in these really challenging times. You know, ordinarily I wouldn't spend any of your precious time talking about myself, but since I'm new to this role and new to so many of you, our team thought it might be helpful for me to share a bit about my background. David did a way too nice job of covering a lot of that, but I can just give a little bit of additional color. I was named ALLETE CEO, as he mentioned, in February of this year, just a few short weeks before this global pandemic turned the world upside down. Nicole described very well all that our team has been doing to try to keep our employees, our families, our customers, and our community safe, while we continue to deliver the services that are even more essential today. So I'm just a few months into this role, so still quite new. That being said, I joined ALLETE as an attorney, as David mentioned, in 2002, and have been so privileged to have amazing opportunities in a wide variety of roles here over the past 18 years. You know, although Duluth is my home, you know, I'm originally from Tennessee, and both sets of my grandparents were small family farmers. I was so fortunate to spend much of my childhood and teenage years on my grandparents' small dairy farm. You know, I certainly never envisioned leading an energy company back then, but I have found that my family farming background really instilled in me the importance of hard work, perseverance, adaptability, resilience, and yes, sustainability, all incredibly useful qualities for working at a company that is a clean energy leader in a rapidly transforming industry. Having worked almost my entire life, if you know farmers, they really like to put their kids to work at an early age. And having worked for several different companies, I know that I'm so fortunate to have found meaningful work that I love here at ALLETE. But what I'm most grateful for is that I have the honor of working for a company with integrity and strong values, and with a team of incredibly talented and dedicated coworkers. We believe we are in the business of providing security, comfort, and quality of life for our customers while building a cleaner energy future. And that's a pretty special purpose. I'm really humbled and excited to be part of it. I also believe I am so fortunate to live and work here in northeastern Minnesota with beautiful rivers, forests, and lakes, including, of course, the greatest Lake Superior. And it's this landscape, this geography with its abundant natural resources that helped shape Minnesota Power from the very beginning and continues to shape our ALLETE operations today, as well as our vision for tomorrow. ALLETE is a diversified, publicly traded energy company with nearly 1,400 employees and operations in 8 states. All of the ALLETE companies are committed to transforming our nation's energy landscape through sustainability in action. Our largest and probably best known business unit is Minnesota Power, which got its start providing hydroelectricity from the Thompson Hydro Station in the early 1900s. Superior Water, Light and Power, our electric, water, and gas utility based in Superior, Wisconsin, is even older, having been founded in 1889. Together, these two companies serve 160,000 customers in the region, including some of the largest industrial companies in the country. They also represent the majority of our revenue and our workforce. Across the street from our ALLETE headquarters in downtown Duluth, we have our newest and fastest growing business, ALLETE Clean Energy. We started ALLETE Clean Energy, or ACE as we like to call it, in 2011. But it's already a well-respected wind developer and operator providing renewable energy in 7 states. ACE helps other utilities and businesses meet their sustainability and clean energy goals. Finally, BNI Energy in North Dakota operates a lignite mine that serves Minn Kota Power Cooperative. BNI is recognized for its best-in-class sustainable land reclamation, and the company is heavily involved in research and development of a carbon capture and sequestration solution to help address climate change. So ALLETE has 4 primary businesses, all of which are in the energy business, and all are working to transform our nation's energy landscape through sustainability in action. I'd like to share with you some of the reasons why I believe ALLETE is unique. In spite of all the bragging you're going to hear from me today, one aspect of our company that I really admire is that we're relatively modest about our accomplishments. Sometimes the absence of a big splashy headline can lead people to believe we're not creative and innovative, or that we're not moving forward or fast enough. And nothing could be further from the truth. I want to make sure you know that in spite of what you might hear or read, Minnesota Power is leading the state in providing renewable energy to our customers. Our renewable energy percentage is currently more than 30%, higher than any other utility in Minnesota. And we're on track to provide customers with 50% renewable energy in just a few short months from now. That's a really remarkable transformation for a company that was just 5% renewable in 2005. Minnesota Power has moved further and faster than most other utilities in transforming its energy supply, placing us number 1 in the state of Minnesota and number 2 in all of the Midwest for the percentage of renewable energy provided to our customers. It's really something to be proud of. And that's not all. Minnesota Power has exceeded state goals for conservation and carbon reduction along the way. In fact, we're the only Minnesota utility to have exceeded state energy conservation goals for 10 consecutive years. So even without a splashy headline, we have a really great story to tell about how far and how fast we've transformed the supply of clean energy to our customers, all while ensuring safety and reliability and the lowest residential rates in the state of Minnesota. And that's really important because we believe equity in all of its forms plays a critical role in ensuring security, comfort, and quality of life. We simply cannot leave our most vulnerable customers behind. So Minnesota Power has worked hard to ensure low-income customers are better able to afford essential electric service. In addition, we've implemented conservation programs and a unique solar program for low-income customers, really the first of its kind in Minnesota. Another unique aspect of our company relates to gender equity. ALLETE is one of very few publicly traded companies where the majority of the board of directors is women. In addition, our ALLETE senior executive team is 40% women. We certainly have work to do, and we must do it to ensure that inclusiveness, equity, and diversity in all aspects are reflected on our board and in our executive ranks. But gender equity is nothing new at ALLETE. We've had women on our board and in our senior leadership for decades. ALLETE also has a strong, long-standing track record of recruiting and retaining veterans and active duty service members. As evidence of this commitment, ALLETE was the first company headquartered outside the Twin Cities metro to earn Minnesota's Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Company designation. ALLETE Clean Energy also has this designation now, and that's something we're really proud of. So we appreciate and value the strength that diversity of thought, experience, and background brings, and we will continue to encourage and embrace diversity and inclusiveness in all forms at ALLETE. Personally, I believe we have great privilege at our company, and as a result, we have great responsibility to make the regions we serve even better places to live and to work for everyone. You know, one of my most favorite quotes is Mahatma Gandhi's, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." I find it inspiring and convicting and empowering. This pandemic has put a spotlight on some cracks in our society, and calls for social justice and racial and economic equality are strong and long overdue. But words of support are not enough. I believe we in the business community must first engage and listen and learn and then act on these incredibly important issues. We must use our influence and our privilege to be part of the solution to make lives and our society better. We must be the change we wish to see in the world. As business and community leaders, we also all play a role in the economic vitality and recovery of our region in this COVID-19 era and beyond. We at ALLETE are regularly engaged in economic sustainability and economic development in our regions. This means supporting nonprofit organizations, attracting new businesses, and working with existing businesses to support their efforts to remain viable while helping them reduce their energy use and costs and ensuring competitive rates for cleaner energy. All of these efforts are even more important during this pandemic and economic recession. With the closure of AAR, the indefinite idling of Verso paper plant, widespread layoffs, extreme challenges for nonprofit organizations and for restaurants and other small businesses, and on and on. As a major employer in our region and as a critical services provider, we recognize that we have a great responsibility to our customers and our communities. And I'm really proud to say that one of our shared values at ALLETE is a commitment to providing opportunities and giving back to others. From sewing face coverings and printing face shields for healthcare workers to gathering donations for local food shelves, ALLETE employees are committed to doing even more during this challenging time. Many of our employees serve the Duluth community outside of work, Eric Forsman serves on the Duluth City Council. Carrie Ryan was recently elected president of the Duluth Public Utilities Commission. Aaron Stolp was recently appointed to the Spirit Mountain Task Force and serves as its chair. And Luke Peterson serves on the board of One Roof Community Housing. These are just a few examples of the many ways that our employees give back to communities every day. Our company is also working to support people in our communities impacted by COVID-19 by donating more than $125,000 to nonprofits across the region in recent months. Nearly half of that amount was directed to food shelves and the rest to COVID-19 relief funds organized by nonprofits throughout our region. All of this is in addition to our annual corporate giving, including our more recent work to help close the opportunity gap through scholarships for students with the greatest financial need. For that work and commitment, we were honored to be named the first ever Opportunity Rising Business Partner by the Duluth Superior Area Community Foundation last year. This global pandemic has changed so much about the ways that we at ALLETE do our work, whether we work in the field or in power plants or in an office, but it hasn't changed our values or the fact that we're proud and honored to serve our customers with excellence. What companies do during trying times will either build trust with customers or erode that trust. We at ALLETE intend to build on our reputation as a trusted regional leader and partner. Our commitment to our customers and to sustainability in action in all its forms has never been more important than it is today. Our team is engaged and working hard, and we will continue to do so as the COVID-19 situation evolves while we position our company for the future. On that note, our company has anchored Superior Street in Duluth since the 1920s, and we look forward to our future here. We're also part of the Superior Street Renaissance currently underway by modernizing our corporate headquarters as a welcoming home base for all of our employees for the coming decade. This modernization also uncovered a heartwarming link to our past. While prepping the first floor, an employee mentioned that she had remembered a feature that should be preserved, and she pointed out the area, and some crews were able to remove a thin concrete of veneer, uncovering a terrazzo inlay of a 1950 Minnesota Power and Light logo, which includes Ready Kilowatt, a mascot some of you might remember. So we're preserving that fun bit of ALLETE's history while we are investing in downtown Duluth's future by refurbishing the plaza at the corner of Superior Street and Lake Avenue. Working with the input of many community neighbors and stakeholders, we've developed a vision for a more welcoming public space in front of the entrance of our headquarters. We're proud to be creating a beautiful community space and look forward to sharing it with everyone when we can safely gather again. I know you share my hope that that will be soon. At ALLETE, we start every day working from the strong foundation of our shared values and integrity. We refer to all of that as the right results, the right way. As the push for low carbon energy intensifies, we'll continue to innovate and look for ways to meet increasing expectations for cleaner energy. At the same time, we'll be mindful of how all of this might affect our communities and our employees, the reliability of our services, the affordability of our rates, and the incentives for investment that ALLETE shareholders expect. The work ahead won't be easy, but I'm confident we can meet these challenges as we always have through engagement and close collaboration with our customers, our employees, our communities, our regulators and policymakers, and many other valued stakeholders. I look forward to working with all of you as business and community leaders and customers as we continue our work to build a cleaner and more sustainable energy future and to achieve the right results the very right way. Thank you again for the invitation to speak with you today about ALLETE and our vision for sustainability in action.
Thank you so much, Bethany. I greatly appreciated that. It was a thorough review, and an optimistic look forward, and we share your enthusiasm for the team that you have in place and for the future that your company will have within northeastern Minnesota and through a much larger region as well. But appreciate your preparation and how well you did with that. We are all the beneficiaries. And thank you as well to Nicole for your remarks, as well as a sponsor. Matt Baumgartner, our board chair as well. Thank you for starting this time together for us. We appreciate it. And I have for so many years seen the evolution at Minnesota Power and ALLETE, and I am so very excited, Bethany, about your leadership and look forward to partnering with you as a business community and as a chamber. So you have a friend and a partner in the chamber, and your success will be our success within the community. And so we are pulling for you and your talented team there. This concludes our formal program. So thank you to the over 90 of you that joined us today. What a remarkable turnout for a virtual gathering. And I know you were interested, as I was, to hear from Bethany and to have a sense for the new day that is at ALLETE. Thanks for being with us. We look forward to continuing bringing you strong offerings such as this in the future, and we will notify you of those and remind you of those as we draw closer to them. This concludes our program. Thank you for sharing your lunch with us and your time with us. Have a great day in this beautiful city on the hill.
Thank you.
That's our program. Thank you, Bethany.